is the issue of patient, widowed mothers. What is their reward? Single mother households around the world today are at an all-time high. And this results from the unjust wars, chronic illnesses, and other causes. The beauty about Islam is that every single aspect of life has been addressed in regards to actions people do obeying or disobeying their Creator and His Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah has appointed men as maintainers and protectors over the women. This role is for the men. So how about a woman who takes the role of providing and maintaining for herself to make sure her children are properly cared for? She's able to tolerate long suffering and places her ultimate trust in Allah. Auf ibn Malik said the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, I and a woman whose face has darkened, meaning a woman who is a widow, and is patient with her child, will be as close as these two fingers in Jannah. And this hadith here is collected in the Adab al-Mufrad, Abu Dawood in his Kiraki, At-Tabarani in Al-Kabir, Bayhaqi in Iman, and Ibn Abi Dunya in Nafaqa. So this hadith here, it says the benefits, and is patient with her child. She endures patience, although it may be difficult and uneasy for her. When her husband passes away, she doesn't accept to remarry. Rather, she is forbearing, so she deals with the hardships and troubles in order to raise her child. This is the meaning of this chapter. A woman's face who has darkened, this refers to a kind of dark color, but not black. The meaning here refers to the woman that makes sacrifices and doesn't dress up and adorn herself, so much so her skin color changes. This darkness comes as a result of the losses and hardship she stands while raising her child alone after her husband's death. This is something that is witnessed. For example, when a married woman's husband is away, she bears the burdens of her affairs alone. It's like she's a single mom at that point. And this is a difficulty for her, because when her husband's there, he has the ability to help her and do the things that, she doesn't have the strength to do. And sometimes it's a blessing that when a woman is in a situation like that, that her child is at the age of puberty or is growing up and is able to help her because her husband's away. So what about when a woman whose husband is dead? Hence it has been narrated on the authority of Jabir, the Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, if one of you comes back from a journey at night, he should not enter his house at night as a visitor, but should wait until a woman whose husband has been away from house has removed the hair from her private parts, and a woman who has disheveled her hair has combed her hair. In other words, a woman needs to prepare for her husband after he's been gone from her. The Prophet ﷺ used to safeguard this etiquette. This issue addresses the mental life and psyche of man and woman. A man mustn't see his wife in a physical state which he isn't pleased with. Widow. Widowed is one who has no husband. This category of woman is one whose husband has died. Therefore, she has no need to beautify herself and wear nice clothes in her house. Nonetheless, if she finds difficulty and needs a husband and her son will not be abandoned, then she should get married. There are a great deal of men who take orphan children as their own. This hadith represents the virtue and reward for a woman who doesn't remarry after her husband passes. She avoids adorning herself. She takes these measures to ensure the upbringing of her child. As a result of this, her face isn't as bright as it used to be. And sometimes if we look into the history of our great scholars, we see that single mothers raised them, like Imam Ahmed, Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, and many others came from single mother households. And even in the story of Isa ibn Maryam, he came from a single household of Maryam bin Imran. If a person finds a widow and goes and asks her for marriage, but she acts by this hadith and is afraid that her child will not be properly treated by that man, then no doubt she will have an enormous reward. This is taken from the explanation of Adab al-Mufrad by Sheikh Muhammad ibn Sa'id al-Raslan. May Allah preserve him and translate it and prepare